Hello and welcome to Face It. I'm Ian tonight, otherwise known as Ophelia.
Your hands are too...
My hands are too, yes. Hi!
Hey!
Welcome to Face It!
What is this little thing that he always says? It's a lifestyle, not a... He said it a zillion times. I'm glad you guys pay attention to him.
I have no idea.
Wow.
Aaron, do you know?
Yes.
What does he say?
Where opinions matter and sexual orientation does.
Yes, that's
In
what he
case you haven't watched the
says.
shows, Aaron is supposed to be silent on the back.
Well, that's what he's supposed to be, but no. So what's going on this week? What's going on? Anything exciting? Dustin?
Mardi Gras. It's on Tuesday. That should be
Tomorrow.
fun. What did I do this weekend?
Aren't you guys here at the Brass Barrel? It's going to be the
Yeah.
after
Yeah,
party
it's the after party now that the event's actually happening.
again.
It'll be the after party. It should be fun.
I gotta work.
Oh, you're working tomorrow?
Yes.
Where are you working?
The Red Wing.
Oh.
It should be fun.
And so that's where all the Mexicans are gonna be at
Yeah,
anyways.
Oh, maybe that's where I'll go.
And
Are
all
you
the tranny
gonna do Fat
chasers.
Tuesday?
No, I'm gonna go visit. I'm gonna be up in LA, so if I can find something up there, but yeah, I'm not gonna be here.
I would
Something like that.
I mean, yeah, but I haven't looked or anything, so.
to go to LA and find. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go every year. I say I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going.
And then you go.
And then I go. So this year I'm not even gonna. Normally.
I was going to say you're going.
Wait, last year weren't you there? You were
Yeah,
running
I'm there
something,
every
right?
year. Yeah, every year I go. But what happens is every year I say I'm not going to go, so I don't get a ticket. And then at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like, oh, I need to get a ticket. And so then I have to, I start calling around, just start getting tickets. But now I think people know. So now like people start texting me. They're like, girl, we have a ticket for you. And whatever. So I'm going. It's very fun. Last year I got in trouble though.
What time does it start at?
It's like 6.
Start at 6?
Early.
See, I could actually go, but if I drink before I go to work, I get in trouble because I've done this shit like twice, going into Red Wing drunk already. Well, not drunk, like buzz, and then I get really drunk, and then I close the bar at 12:30. I kick everybody
kick
out at
everyone out.
12:30.
So are you saying that you can't control how
I
much you
can't
drink?
control it. I just, like I did yesterday. Actually, yesterday, you know what? Saturday night, I came over here and then I left like really, really drunk. Then went home and we killed a bottle of tequila. And I woke up yesterday and I was like, you know what? Let's go to Moe's. So we went to Moe's and we were drinking till 4. Then we went home, took a nap, and came back and work at 6. So I can't control it.
It doesn't sound like it. Are you a drinker?
Socially, not. I won't drink at home, but yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm a social drinker.
You just said you drank a bottle of
After the
tequila.
bar, of course I'm gonna drink after the bar. There's nowhere
People
else.
there. She wasn't by herself.
Yeah.
I mean, see, I don't drink at home either.
We have wine, but it's when I go somewhere, I just
I
grab it.
drink at home all the time.
I don't
You
drink.
do?
I don't even
Yeah.
like.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Oh,
You do?
Okay, I work all the big nights of the week. Like, I'm off on like Tuesday, Wednesday. Like,
See, I can't even drink at
I sit
family
and
functions.
when I'm tired of being at a bar, like, I kind of want to sit at home and just like drink.
By yourself?
So like, play like video games, something like that with my friends or something. Like, but yeah.
Oh.
I don't even drink at family
sitting at
functions.
home drinking like on the bar or on the couches, like that's when I think there's.
My brothers do that. You know, my brothers do that. They bring like a 6-pack and they start drinking. I'm like, how can you be drinking here? I don't even drink when we go to my aunt's parties, my grandma's parties. I don't even like
Getting
drinking.
drunk at home is safer.
Well, this is true.
Yes, but it's...
I get drunk,
where-
I don't go anywhere.
But
Like,
where's the
I mean,
fun
I wake up and
in...
I'm like, oh, I have more pizza. Like, why did I do this again? Like,
But where is the fun in that? I mean, that's a legitimate question. Like, where is the fun in... Because, like, here's an example.
well, getting drunk, like, I get drunk and like play like stupid video games with my friends online. So we all like, when we do it, like, we'll go hang out or something like that and all go drink together, or we're like, let's just get drunk at our own house and play video games. So we're all like still interacting the whole time and just like,
Okay, now that is sad.
It's a guy. It's a guy.
That is just sad.
Well, as long as you're not just sitting at the couch, like on your couch at home by yourself, like watching like TV, like drinking, like I
no.
I think that's okay.
I'm not just like, sitting like on the couch like crying and like having a glass of drink. Like,
Like a girl, say it.
yeah, right? I'm like, I go out still if I feel like it. Like on Sundays, like we'll go to like either PV or like Bourbon Street or something like that. But like
They love
on-
Bourbon Street.
on Wednesdays,
Is Bourbon Street still gay?
Yes.
yeah.
Because the
like
last
lesbian
couple of times,
nights
it
on
is
Sunday.
very. I've seen a lot of straight people there.
When I've been there, I've seen a lot of straight people there.
And you know what? It's because it's like the neighborhood that it's in,
Yeah.
and you know, I think like people take it like a neighborhood bar. It's like at the bar, the Red Wing. It's the same way. You know, there's a lot of straight people because they're a neighborhood bar.
Right. So, jumping off to a topic, wasn't even a topic I'm going to talk about, but now we're going to talk about it. So we've been talking, Aaron and myself, on our other show about people that straight girls, and gay bars. And
Talked about this already.
we have talked. It's a lot of talk.
Another opinion.
So then my question then is, I've also noticed, because then I was having a conversation with some friends about it, because I don't really care. It doesn't, as long as they're not cackly drunk, then I don't care.
That's the way I feel about everybody though. Like whether it be like a straight girl, straight guy, lesbian,
Trannies
gay
on
guy.
Saturdays.
Yeah, it doesn't matter unless they're annoying.
Yeah,
people.
if they're annoying, there's.
Yeah.
But what I think is also happening, and somebody else brought this to my attention, and that's why I asked about Bourbon Street, because they said that's what happened, is that like straight people go, and like I've noticed it at the Hole a lot on a Monday night. So there's been, first there was a lot of straight girls that came down, because it was safe and yada yada yada, and it was fun. And then what we've noticed is now there's a lot of straight guys coming because they know that the straight girls are there, and so it's kind of becoming more like, I don't want to say a takeover, but I mean it is kind of a. What do you think
Well,
about
the
that?
drinks are kind of cheap in there too, you know.
Where in Bourbon Street?
No, at the Hole.
Right, but I think it's happening in a lot of bars.
All in
It happens at
but, like,
Moe's.
I don't think it's just like obviously straight girls have always gone to gay bars.
Well, Moe's is a
Like,
restaurant
changed,
too,
but,
you know.
Right.
I think everyone's also becoming more like accepting of it and everything like that. So they're like, why not? Like honestly, like all of my or most of my straight friends love coming to Hillcrest because the drinks are stronger, the drinks are cheaper, the music's great. Like the DJs are playing because they love playing.
And guys
music.
try
They're
to
not playing
get
'cause
you
they're-
drunk because they think they have a chance when you're straight.
Yeah, I mean,
That is true.
Some of
That
my
is
friends,
true.
Some of my friends walk that line too.
You know what? This is so funny. My brother was telling me that this week that his friend, they had come over here when I used to have the Sunday nights one time, and I bought him drinks, and then he told me that his straight friend came over here on a Saturday, and that I bought him a shot, and I don't remember seeing the guy.
I'm
but, you
sure.
know. And his other friend came around too and asked me for a drink, and I told him, you know what, fuck off, I don't even know you, so. And I kept buying the other friend shots, you know.
Because you thought, did you know he was a friend?
Yeah, I knew it was, like, he's been my brother's friend since they were in elementary
Oh, I thought
school,
you were
so-
trying to pick up on your
Oh,
brother's
no,
friend.
no,
You
no.
didn't know who
Well,
it was. That would have been.
He's really good looking, but no, I wasn't like, it's like, I'd known him since they were kids and stuff, so. But the other guy I didn't know.
That's kind of cool. So, another fun little thing. Adele went off on Chris Brown last night during the Grammy Awards. Did you guys hear about it?
What?
I did.
Adele went off on Chris Brown because Chris Brown.
She said it like behind the scenes or something
Oh
like that?
well, it was
She didn't say
when he was up for an award and he lost, and the guy that won, they gave him a standing ovation. And right off the top of my head, I can't tell you who it is.
Frank Ocean?
I think
It was Frank Ocean, and Chris Brown just stayed seated and was just like totally, throwing shade.
Brown's kind of a dick.
He always
That
said-
usually-
Just a little bit.
It's a usual thing for him, people shouldn't be surprised
But the
by
thing
it.
is,
Right.
I think Chris Brown's a dick, but it has nothing to do with the fact that he hit Rihanna. Like,
Right. Well, he's a dick for hitting Rihanna.
I mean,
but,
that like adds on to it, but like, I just think Chris Brown's a dick.
right.
But I also don't like Rihanna, so like, as a couple, like, I just kind of hate them. Like, I watched the whole Grammys and I fast forwarded through her performance.
Yeah. Well, so Adele got up and she turned around and went off on him. Just
Oh, she, like, yelled at him?
Oh, total. And they have pictures of it.
Oh, they didn't show it on camera or anything?
No.
like that?
No, they didn't show it on camera.
Or something.
Right, there was all still pictures, and they don't know exactly what was said, but she really, really went off on him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So then my question is, what would you do that to somebody else?
Scream at
If you
someone?
were, if somebody was sitting there, you were at an award saying, you knew that they were a dick, and they were acting like a moron, would you say something to them, to their face, or would you talk behind their back?
I mean, if I was at the same level as, the level of, like, celebrity as them or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
not as much, like, Like Adele's someone who can do that. You know what I mean?
Adele is so much more than Chris Brown.
Well,
Well, let's just say
Chris
that like
Brown's
you're
probably worth
actually
more than
nominated
than
this
she
year
is,
for a
you know what I mean?
Nikki.
But, like,
Let's just say that this year you're actually nominated for a Nikki, and you go to for a bartender or manager, and you're in the same category as some other manager, and then like somebody wins over you.
like I'm not gonna be mad. Like I would stand up. Like I've been up for like random.
That's kind of like what
Yeah,
you were saying.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you obviously like I'm always happy for others. You know, I'm not that style of person to ever be mad about it. But like if someone like disrespects them, it's just like I don't know. It's a dick. It's obviously a dick move, but like he's like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, but
So you wouldn't do anything.
if I was at that level, like that same level,
All right, so
like,
it's
I would get the same award, I
you.
would-
So it's you, and I don't know who else. Another manager from another bar.
okay.
Courtney.
Yeah, it could be Courtney, and then it could be who's another manager? I can't think of any right now. Matt Ramone. Chuck.
Chuck.
All right.
Well, Chuck's a dick.
Now, you really, 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 really want it, and Chuck wins, and Matt Ramone is just like pouting, sitting in the chair right behind you, not getting up. Everybody else is up for him. Would you say anything to Matt?
Probably afterwards. I don't know if I'd scream at him. I don't know if I'd get up and like go off on someone. I would say it to them. I wouldn't say it behind their back. But I also don't know if I would like get up and like scream at someone. But I feel like Adele's someone who can get away with that because of how nice she is and how much everyone loves her. Like when she does it, you're like, oh, she's really pissed. Like Adele's. But people are still like, Adele's awesome. Whatever.
Was she high or drunk or something? That's something.
But she's out. She drinks. She does. No, she had a baby.
She had a baby. She's
What
just
about you, Courtney?
crunched.
I don't know. I don't know if I would say something because I feel like they've just proven who they are anyways. And like in that, there's a picture. There's a picture of Bogosian walking to the stage, and you can see Chris Brown sitting there on his ass,
Right.
and everybody else is standing. Like it just shows. Like you don't even have to say anything to him because look, everybody can see you're a dick. Like I feel like you're just showing.
So you wouldn't say anything,
Probably not.
Alejandra?
It depends on my alcohol level. Honestly. Yeah.
Reasonable.
That is reasonable.
Yeah.
I think I would say something. But that's just me, and I think that people know. I mean, if everyone was sitting there, I would turn around and be like, you're being a dick. Get off your fucking ass. You're being a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing for everyone to know that you're being a dick, but to act like a dick is like
Yeah.
totally something else for me, but I don't know. That's just what I say. So just know that during the Nikki Awards.
That's why I don't go to the
I'm
Nikki
gonna
Awards.
sit there. I'm gonna sit on my hand.
Let's get you nominated
You're
first.
Kathy Griffin and like flip everybody off when you lose or something.
Let's
See, no,
get you
I don't-
nominated first this
I
year.
don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that.
No, I don't either. I think it's
Because I think that it's all kind of been fun.
But that's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the Nikki Awards, I really hope that this year they get their act together, which I know they won't, but I said it last year, I say it this year. I hope that they condense all of the things. It really should be,
A lot of like
Yeah.
awards.
Right.
Like looking at them, like the same people were nominated. It's like the same award, just like worded differently.
Yeah.
Like,
And then it's like they came out with more nominations after they had already taken
Yes.
the official nominations.
I'm like, come up with like 5 people. Piss off everybody else.
yeah. Don't put a list of like 30 people
20,
on there.
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, see, in the category I'm always in, it's only like 5 or 6 of us.
What category are you
The
in?
Latin impersonator.
No, it's transgender something. I don't know what it's. And then there's another one for impersonating and all that. But it's always like 5 or 6.
Yeah, see, and that one doesn't make sense to me because, I mean, I get the impersonator one, kind of, but there's so many levels to that, and so you have someone like Chad Michaels, who is, an awesome performer, and then you have someone like me who doesn't perform, but is still, still impersonates and yada yada yada. But I don't really impersonate; I just am my own personality. And then I'm lumped into,
Well, it's like a kind of like.
Although
a
Grace
performer
Flowers
thing,
was
you know?
robbed last year. She should have won that. Just saying.
Who won it last year?
She should have won Impersonator of
Candy
the Year.
Samples
Candy
won last
Samples
year?
won, yeah. She should have. She was robbed. Robbed! Robbed, I tell you.
It's about who you know, not how good you are.
Okay.
Trust me,
the
I've been
most-
nominated 3 or 4
Most
years
insane-
already.
The most insane category is like the best bar employee, because that category literally is like half a page of people. It's like
But what is that? I mean, what is...
well, it's like half the bartenders in Hillcrest are like on there.
But wouldn't they fall under bartenders?
It's They should.
Yeah.
But I feel like they get like.
They get 3 different categories.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I think they just need to
But I
pick
think
5
it's up
people
to the
and be
people
done.
to the people that are nominated to get the votes. That's probably why they do it, because the more people you put in there, they think they're going to bring more people into it.
To the vote,
Yeah.
right, to go vote.
Yeah.
See, I think that they would almost pull more people if it was fewer
Yeah.
in the category.
But I mean, not that it matters who votes for who.
Because
anyway.
then it would matter to me, like, who I voted for. You know what I'm, like, I would take
Yeah.
it more seriously.
When you're voting for like out of 20 people, you're like, everyone's gonna get like.
I go and vote for my own self every time I'm out there.
Well, there's a
voted for
surprise.
everyone But you last year.
I
I voted for
vote.
everyone but you last year. That's not true. I voted for you.
I didn't even vote.
I'm not being-
Anyways, Aaron said we have to take a break, so I guess we'll take a little break. And we're back. That was for Ian. We're back. All right, you guys brought this up that you want to talk about, which I tried to read, but I didn't read all of them. Which I'm sure you guys. Well, I know you haven't.
I didn't read English, remember?
The Lulu app.
Yeah, I read it.
Is that like a Yelp for men?
It's a
Is that what
Yelp
I'm getting?
Where women can go and rate the men that they've dated.
Oh my god.
Is this stupid?
Now,
If that really like people like start using that like. I need to like block myself or change my name.
you can remove yourself. If you don't, you can remove yourself, and then there's only like a drop down, so there's only so many things. So like the woman's not like writing like awful things. It's like there's like a drop down of like good, bad, excellent, like that.
Yeah, but I feel like on paper.
So,
like, those
so
things
you're
are,
rating
like-
them. You're giving them a star thing.
Yeah, I think it can be like somebody you're currently dating, somebody you have dated, a crush, a relative, which is kind of weird, but like.
I feel like
You can rate a
this
relative?
There needs to be
Yeah.
one of these for girls then, and like every category should just be like, is she crazy? How crazy is she? Did she break into your computer? Like just things like that.
But
It's
see,
like,
yeah,
Are
that
you
would
saying guys don't do that?
It just depends on the kind of people you're dating. It's not about the girl, it's about the kind of people you're attracting and who you're dating.
But do you think that guys really? I mean, okay. So on that thing of on a drop-down list, what would be like the 5 important things you'd want to know about a girl? Yeah.
Obviously, the first one would be like one of the ones on there. It's like, has she cheated? Another
you-
one I actually want to know would be like, has she like gone after your friends?
Wouldn't that be cheating?
No, like I mean like afterward, like after
Attacking.
breaking up, has she gone after your friends?
Well, what's wrong with that?
You don't do that.
Of course.
You fuck them, but you don't date.
Yeah, just
Oh, why not?
You know what? I think it'd be awkward to see, like, it's for me to see, like, if a friend of mine, I'm dating her ex, I'd feel awkward to, run into them, knowing that we're in the same environment and in the same area.
You would?
Yeah.
See, I don't think that I would. Would you? You really would be worried about that?
yeah. I've
See,
never
because
had
then
to
I
deal
think
with
you
it.
still have feelings for that person.
No, it's more of like I don't want to see that person. I haven't had like good breakups
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I become like I'm really good friends with most of my exes at this point, but it's like takes a little time and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And like if they're dating one of your friends or something like that, that's not gonna like give you that time.
Like Kiki from Lips,
Yeah.
she's dating my ex-boyfriend. When we
Right.
first broke up, it took like a year and a half before they started dating, but me and him didn't get along. So now
Right.
we're like old friends and everything, and I don't feel awkward or anything.
yeah,
See,
see,
yeah.
that's fine. Like if
Yeah.
it's like, but if it's like you
So there's
broke
got to be
up-
a time.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is there's got to be a
Yeah,
time
there have-
little
like,
thing.
There's because I have friends who like they break up with their girlfriends and their girlfriends like keep hanging out with their groups of friends. Like with my group of friends, like it's happened to like multiple of our friends like where they come, but it's not even like them coming around isn't the problem. It's more of like when they're coming around and like trying to like flirt with your friends in front of you,
Trying to
That's-
piss you off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's more about.
Well, then, yeah, because they're just being devious.
it's not even like they're really trying to date them. They're
There's
just trying to get you.
sometimes-
Right.
Yeah, there's sometimes where like a girl's like dated like one of our friends, something like that, but like they're almost like a better fit. Like, and there's a reason we keep hanging out with them. Like that's not an issue or anything like that. But it's more of like when they're hanging out for like romantic interests.
Right.
Like as friends or whatever. Like that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'd rather because if I were a date, I want them to be friends with my friends. Like I hope for that.
Right.
And I hope that they continue to be friends. That hasn't happened in my life.
So then, so if you break up, then they can't date one of your friends for X amount of time.
Yes. But I mean, my friends all hated my girlfriend, so I've never had to really like, I've never had to worry about that. But
And what about you? Because you're married, right?
Yeah, and I've been married since I was 17, so I'm not part of the dating. I've never been part of like a dating thing.
Okay, so like if you were to get a divorce, which I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if you were,
The rhetorical, so
you know what I'm saying? You like if you were,
Yeah.
and let's say that your husband is now your ex-husband,
Yeah.
wanted to date one of your friends.
No.
But you gotta see how long they've been together. You know, they've been together a long time. You
I
know.
guess also it would
there's
be like how
there's
long we've
also
been dating
like
too.
if,
this
you
was 10
dated
years,
someone,
Yeah.
like I know friends who they dated someone for like a week, and
Right.
like there was never anything there. There's like went out on a date, started dating, and there's like like this doesn't work. Like let's just be friends, and that person ended up dating one of their friends, and that's all good and fine. I also feel like it comes on the friend needing to like just making sure that your friend's okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, I just know, like, because we've had, like, friendships break up, and that's actually not because it's because one of our girls that's a friend was dating a guy and, like, left him and started dating, like, one of his best friends. And, like, broke they had a group of, like, friends from, like, middle school on, and they literally broke that group in half.
Right.
Like, and that's just like, that's rough.
Yeah.
Like, these guys were best friends, and I know obviously now like they'll talk, like they'll say that they like hate each other and stuff like that, but like I hung out with them and they were friends. Like they were really close. Like, and that's just like that's a rough thing to do to people. Like, I mean, there's other people. I can't believe I'm saying this because I've dated like my girlfriend's friends like multiple times. Like, but like there's so many other people out there. Like.
See, I think that time is always a factor. But my philosophy when I break up with someone is kind of like food. But drop it on the floor, I'm not going to pick it back up. And if whoever picks that back up is happy with taking the food off the floor and eating it, well, good for them. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't bother you. You still remain friends with that person?
I do. And you know what was difficult is with my last boyfriend, we're exes. What was even more difficult was that I was really super close with his family. And I'm still very, very close to his family. Which would be kind of like, you know, would happen if you got a divorce. So what is real interesting is that I still do a great deal with his family. He was the one that was having a hard time with me being around his family. So he stopped doing things with his family because he knew that I would be there.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
you're breaking a family apart, bitch.
no. Because I mean, I kind of had to accept the fact that we were not together, and that if I wanted a relationship with his family still, that I was going to have to see him, and I was going to have to, you know what I'm saying, that was going to be a part of it. He chose not to, and so
That's just like, I mean, that's immaturity though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've had, cause like everyone has capabilities of being able to move past things, and like obviously like time. That's what I'm saying. Like time is such a major factor in the whole thing, where it's like, oh, like we broke up, and like you don't want to see that person for a little while, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
Like you see that person, you get in fights, and you
Right.
with them, and then you don't become friends anymore. But if you get that little bit of space. Like, and I feel like both people need to respect that. And I'm not saying, like, so they hang out with the same group of friends or whatever, that's fine. Just, like, figure out a way to do it instead of, like, oh, like...
so-and-so is coming.
Things. Well, it's like, I missed one of my friend's birthdays this year because that little short relationship I had or whatever, like, we broke up, and, like, 2 days later, it was one of my best friend's birthdays. And my roommate brought her, like, to the birthday party. I'm like... I'm not gonna go. I'm like, we just broke up, and I'm like, I know her. She's gonna get drunk and make out with someone, which she did. Who was like someone who like recently brought in a group friend. I'm like, there's a reason I avoided that situation.
Right.
I just went out with my brother instead. But
But that was just unrespectful of your roommate. Because your friends have got to know the limits too.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I know that was not like she was called up and invited. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, my roommate brought her, and like, I'm like, oh, I'm not going.
So going back to the drop down. So you want to know if they cheat, and you want to know if they date with your friends.
Crazy.
So they're crazy.
That's really,
Which would
like,
be
such a big thing. Like, I've had girls.
and what's crazy?
Yeah, that could be. That's a very broad.
Girls are crazy.
Is that like
mean-
she's the stalker or
Yeah.
like is that crazy?
Sometimes
Going
like,
through your
there's-
shit.
Going through your stuff is like the most like insane thing to me. Going into like hacking my Facebook page like, and going in and like reading everything like that I've ever said to people and stuff like that in messages. Like, I had 2 girlfriends. Like, one was like back in the days of like MySpace. She hacked my MySpace, and then another one was through Facebook, and they both did it multiple times. And they both like, first time like, oh, you left it logged in. I'm like, so?
Yeah.
Like, your phone's sitting on the counter, and I'm like, oh, let's see what's in here. I'm like, no, your phone's
So you've never done that to somebody else?
No. I'm not. If someone doesn't want to be with me enough that they're like they're cheating on me or something like that, like, I don't need to look for that. I'm gonna be able to tell, and I'm just
Right.
gonna move on. Like, I don't need to be like looking for bad things. Like, if you're looking for bad things, that
You're
means
gonna find them.
yeah,
You're insecure already.
yeah, you're either insecure or
Already
you've
done
done something.
Right. I say that one person, whoever is the first one to accuse you of cheating, is cheating. That's just my philosophy.
I've cheated before, and afterwards, you're like so much more jealous about like
Yeah.
everything.
If someone is cheating, they will accuse the other person of cheating. The minute that happens, boom, they're cheating. I have learned that, and from now on, if I ever go out with someone and they're like, oh, I knew you were cheating, I'm gonna let you pack your shit and goodbye.
Yeah.
Because,
No, I
you know,
would say
I'm done.
90% of the time.
Yeah. What would you have on your droplet down list? What would you want to know from the app?
See, here's the thing, like, you know, like the tranny community,
It's so small.
And like, we're always all hanging out at the same bar. Everybody knows everybody's
Right.
business. The minute this guy walks in there, oh yeah, I know him. He's
Yeah.
a small dick, and he's a bottom. He
Yeah.
does this, he does that. And I'm
That
like,
is so true.
Yeah, and I'm like, bitch,
that's why I don't do
need
my
to know-
business. That's why I do not.
I don't need to know this. I mean, let me find out on my own, you
Yeah.
know? And, but then I've done that to 2 girls, you know?
Yeah.
I love the mystery. Like,
Yeah, I do
of
too.
finding out things. Like, that was something that question came up on a website, a dating website. And that's what, like, I answered, would you Google someone before, like, going on a date with them?
I've had that done to me because, you know, most trannies are hookers. So like when I give guys out my number, they Google my number. And the guy told me, he's like, I Google your phone number. I said, look, I got 2 phone numbers. You want to Google the other one too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't Google someone, like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I would.
you would Google, like, try to find out, like, random
Mm-hmm.
information about it. I Google myself, and it's all, like, it's just all my, like, social media things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so is mine. Yeah, I would
That's it.
Google.
But my pictures, like, you then go to images on Google, I'm like, well, these are fucking random pictures. And
Yeah.
like, some of them are, like, pictures of, like, my friends, and I'm not even in them, but it's, like, people I know, like,
It's like the email address too, you know, I Google mine and like, here comes all this Craigslist postings like this.
Yeah. What would you want to know about someone if you were divorced and back in the dating?
I guess like the cheating thing is really like a big thing.
So you want to know if they cheated?
the cheating, I feel is the only, like, important one.
Yeah, I feel like too.
Well, see, because you 2 are so devoted. I don't care if they cheat. I'll fuck around either too, so.
But I mean, if you're trying to, like, if they cheated, then you know what kind of person they are, and you know how you're gonna, like, go after that situation. You know what I mean? Like, the fact, like, if someone's cheated in the past, like, I've cheated in the past. You know what I mean? Like, but that just changes the way,
You
like,
just prepare.
yeah. But it's also a bad thing. Like, that's why, like,
You're
I don't like
expecting
this.
it.
That's why I don't like this, like, because I'm a lot different than I was, like, back then. And
See,
if
that's
that
what.
girl
So
posted on me and said,
that's
like,
that's what. So
cheated,
then my
like,
question is, and what I was trying to get around to is, because I keep hearing everyone say, "Oh, that was before, that was before, that was before, that was before," but I want to know if they did it. What if they're different? What if that
No, I'm
relationship
not
was just
saying-
so? I wouldn't want to know.
I wouldn't, like, that's why I wouldn't Google them, first off. But if I did, like, if I was at that point where wanting to Google someone, that is, like, something that I would want to know. Like, I would never use that to go look at, like, a girl like, oh, let's see, like, what this girl's done. But no, I don't want to know that. Like, I don't want to know that even if I'm dating her. Like, but it's the past is the past. Unless you, like, killed my friend or something like that. Like,
Yeah, that's what I would want to know. I'd want to know if you were in jail because I think that was hot, and I'd want to know. But I would also want to know, like, you know, were they close to their family? You know, like, do they have a job?
But I guess you're gonna find
That
out
kind of
as
stuff.
you're
my-
dating.
I would want to know if they have friends, honestly. Because I'm
Friends?
dating girls that, like, don't have very many friends, and it's like, oh, we're gonna hang out with your group of friends, or we're gonna hang out by ourselves.
Yeah, no.
So that's just like,
Wouldn't you find that out when they added you as a friend on Facebook?
no, because everyone has fucking friends on Facebook.
But see, here's the thing.
Well-
Like, I don't have friends. I have acquaintances. I know a lot of people, but I can only count like with one hand my close friends. You know.
Right.
So that's different. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right up there on a toe or something like that. I don't know. Do you have a lot of friends?
Like I think I was thinking about that recently. Like I've always thought, like, oh, I have a lot of friends, but yeah, I have a lot of like people I know, but like only a
You know, and you notice that kind of thing when you're like, I keep posting every time on Facebook. Who wants to go do lunch? You know. Nobody. And I said, let's go have a drink. And then I get all these fucking invites. And I'm like, you bitches, you're not my friends. You're just people you like to hang out and drink.
Right.
And I posted this shit in Spanish on the Facebook, talking shit to everybody. And then everybody's just like going off and like, yeah, because everybody thinks you're a bitch in LA. I'm like, I don't even care for people in LA. I have enough fucking snakes down here to deal with, that, to worry about the ones in LA. So, you know, that's how you notice when you have good friends. You know, when you call them like, yeah, you know what, I just want to go have like a drink or a coffee or something. And let's talk and hang out, you know.
Are you close with your parents?
I live with my mom.
But that doesn't mean you're close.
No, yeah. Well, actually, I'm living with her because she's not working, so I gotta help her out.
Right.
So.
But I mean, because my mom is probably one of my best friends.
Yeah, me and my
And she
mom, we
really
talk about
is.
sex, about everything, everything.
I don't talk to my mom about sex.
I
I'll
do.
talk to my mom about.
Because I don't want to hear about their sex. So,
It's starting to get to that point now where it's like sex is starting to become like part of a conversation.
well, that's
It's like,
because I started that rumor
so-
for you.
Oh yeah, thanks for that one.
I did.
The girl who I like kind of like date, the one who I've gone on like 10 dates with.
It's probably like 12 dates already, right?
And I told your parents that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you know she wasn't having sex with them?
Well, it didn't matter. I got them going.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, because we're at a party, and I'm like, oh, look, she's just drinking Coke. You know, that's because she's pregnant. And your parents about fell off the chair. It was so funny.
Yeah, they were not pleased about that one.
Oh, God, it was. I loved it. I loved
She
it.
was not just doing coke though. She was.
She was drinking alcohol, and she was here last week, and I danced with her. I actually danced. Tell everyone I was on the dance
You were
floor
on the
dancing.
dance. I was surprised because like I saw John. I'm like, where's Ophelia? She's like, on the dance floor. I was like, what?
Oh,
I didn't see you dancing.
Yes, I was out there all dancing around with Miss Ashley. God, I was. Oh, I paid for it the next day. I'm old.
Ashley's fun.
Yes, she is, and she looked.
Is that the
cute,
10-date
cute,
girl?
cute.
Yeah.
And I didn't see her, and I was here, and I was sober.
Yeah, she was here.
Well, it's probably a good thing I didn't see her.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna take a break.
I would have been like, girl, you're the one that haven't given it up in 10 fucking dates. What's up with that?
Probably why he didn't introduce you.
that introduction just went down. They haven't had. She's pregnant by immaculate conception.
Yeah.
And she calls me Auntie O. I love that. Auntie O. Okay, we'll take a break.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We're back. Again for
You should
Ian.
have all forwarded it.
Okay, so you guys have the cop killer, Chris Donner. Is that his name? Donner. I was thinking about the porn star. Who is, they're all looking for him because he is going after police and their families.
My mom actually feels sorry for him. I was like, are you
sorry for him?
crazy?
Does she?
She doesn't like black people. And she feels sorry for her. I was like, okay, first of all, he's black and you don't like black people. And then she goes, yeah, but poor thing, imagine him up in the woods with no food and everything. And my brother like, fuck
Yeah, no.
him.
That's not what I feel sorry for him.
Yeah,
I
no.
definitely understand a little bit where he's coming from. I wouldn't do what he did, but I read the manifesto and he wasn't like completely, I don't know, insane when he wrote that. Obviously, killing
Right.
people, I wouldn't,
Yeah.
this is the wrong
And there are
thing to
people
do.
there are people that have now come up and they are backing him up.
Yeah, there's fan pages on Facebook.
Yeah, and that, the story of his manifesto of what the LAPD have done, people are starting to back all of that up and da-da-da. Okay, the first thing that I thought of when this was all happening is, I was pissed because they cut off one of my TV shows for like 3 hours.
course.
I was not
Of
happy.
course.
So my problem with it is, they're both, I think, even ridiculous, but they still are. We're giving him way too much attention.
They're giving him so much attention because he's still like not found.
Okay, then stop talking about him.
They're putting him out there so people can recognize his face, and that's why there's $1 million reward. I'm trying to
Yeah,
catch him.
but okay, now this is going to come across very bad. This is totally going to come across bad, and I will get hate mail for it or whatever. The problem is that too many people think that black people look alike.
Watch out, Kenny. Watch out, Kenny.
Okay? And so what's happening is people are seeing any random big black guy,
Watch out, Kenny.
and they're calling and they're saying, I spotted him. And then all of the things are coming in and going on. So no, that's not going to work. We live in a society that has not understood that black people look different. So that isn't helping. All that's doing is creating paranoia in the media. And
That's what the media does.
well, yeah, absolutely.
100% their job.
And so he's sitting somewhere, and I don't know where he is, but he's somewhere, and he's watching it, and you know he has a police scanner, and you know he's monitoring what they're doing, and he's waiting. He's going to strike again, but he's not going to do it when there's all this publicity. He's going to wait till it dies down. It's kind of like the Unabomber. The Unabomber was very good at striking, letting all of the hoopla calm down, and then be forgotten, and then he'd strike again. Geezer Bandit, the same thing. Geezer Bandit. You know what I'm saying?
The Geezer Bandit is so different.
No, it's not, because he's robbing
the
banks.
same style or whatever, but this guy isn't like, he's killing people. He's not in like the best mental state. The Unabomber was more of like an actual like really smart person.
I think he's smart. I think that this guy is smart. I think that he did the manifesto, which parts of it were kind of a little wacko, but parts of it were very smart. He's covered his tracks very smartly. You know, I think that going up to this, they're showing now that, you know, think he went shopping and stuff that he got. It was planned out. They think that he has some 50 burn phones that he bought over time. So he's very smart that he figured this out. And to not give him credit for being smart is kind of being ridiculous on our part, because he is smart.
What the media is doing and what like law enforcement is doing is going to look completely different, because law enforcement is going to tell the media everything they're doing.
No, they're not.
They're a lot.
But they need to stop the paranoia.
If they have like, I will like obviously like this guy's lasted a little while. You know what I mean? So he's not like the dumbest person in the world. Is he crazy? Yeah, but that doesn't like. There's that fine line between the two. But law enforcement had him. Like they have a lot of really smart people on their side.
Oh yeah,
So, like,
I think that they'll get him. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to be. What I think is going to be interesting, and I'm waiting for, and I know this is going to sound bad, but you know, they're having the funeral for the cop that he killed on Thursday, maybe Wednesday, tomorrow. No, Wednesday. I don't know what today is. Anyway, so on Wednesday, I think they're going to do the funeral. What I think is really interesting is that, you know, that's where most of the cops will be, is right there. You know what I'm saying?
but there'll also be. I can guarantee there'll be a lot of security on.
Yeah, they have. They say they have under or over 50 police officers and their families under.
Yeah. Do you know how much money that's costing us?
I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't pay
crazy.
taxes.
Yeah, so do you guys have any other thoughts on him?
No.
I wouldn't want to be dating a cop right now, that's for damn sure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that it's scary. I mean, that would be scary. And I think that I feel bad for people that are married to cops, you know. Like, I think about my Odie, who, you know, he's the mayor's security guy, who I'm totally have a big old crush on. And so I worry about him, you know, being killed. Of course, I'm joking, kind of. But, you know, now when you're married to someone that does that, it's kind of like military, you know that you're already worried about them for what they do. And then you have this added little
I feel like it's almost
thing on.
more so than the military, because military, like obviously when you're on deployment you're in danger,
Right.
but when you're not, like you're not on deployment all the time. As a like police officer, you're in danger. All it takes is one asshole with a gun,
Right.
like, or one idiot who doesn't want a ticket or has like some unpaid parking like ticket, you know what I mean? Like that's all it takes for bad things to happen. And like they're good people, you know, like obviously, like I come from a different point of view. Like my dad was a cop. Like I'm not saying like me and my dad got along all the time, because we didn't, but like
Your dad is the best ever.
we get along a lot better now, you know what I mean? And there's like, I was just going out for the CHP like very recently, and I decided that maybe it might not be the right thing for me. And I mean, I'm still young. I might go back for it later and everything like that. But like, I've got friends who like went through with it and passed everything. Like, and they're really good people and everything like that. They're only trying to do the right thing.
Right.
Most of them. Obviously, there's some that are like just like everything else. Like they're going because like they just want to be tough, but different areas are able to like weed those people out or like make them into like decent people. And it's just like it's so rough to have like that's why they have like good families and everything. And it's just so rough to imagine like every time they go out of the house, like something bad can happen. It can be like from.
And now it's our families. I mean, it's because that one girl was the daughter of a police officer. It wasn't even him, which is whatever. So I don't know. I think I feel bad for the families, all of the families that are involved in it, because I mean it's just one more thing on their plate in a day that we don't need it. Yeah. Speaking on that, today I almost forgot this is a big anniversary today. Whitney Houston has been sober for a year.
My God, you're so fucked up. Don't we have a producer question today?
So my thought on that is this. Isn't it kind of sad that on the anniversary of her death, that's what they're talking about? Making fun of her drug habits.
I mean, I don't know if I want to say it's sad, because that's what she did.
It's kind of her legacy.
You know what I mean? Like, is it terrible? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? But she made her choices. She made her bed. She lied in it. Like, that's why. Like, that's what happened to her. Like, you can't say it's sad. I don't know. It's not good. You know what I mean? But that's just it is what it is. Like, that's just.
And you're the only one drinking on this table.
No.
This is non-alcohol, thank you.
Just post a video on YouTube and, for your YouTube video and honor her, but I wouldn't say anything bad about her. I don't do that. But, I mean, other people, whatever. I don't know, because death is such like a hard thing. Some people have to make light of it by like joking about it and stuff.
No, yeah, joking about it, I still don't think is like good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people should do it, but like at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, obviously, like, everyone's gonna say what they want. Like, it's still like it's sad that she's not here anymore. That's a true statement. It's sad that she's not here anymore.
Well, and there's a lot of people that are missing her.
Yeah.
Right.
But people like making like that's her legacy. That was her own like doing.
Right.
Everyone still loves her music, and like there's certain songs that like hits everyone. You know what I mean? Like whether it's be like makes you want to dance, like hits you in your heart. You know what I mean? Like,
running into a line.
She's got those songs like. Probably for some people, like, but I don't know. Like, people are gonna make their jokes and stuff, like, or like and do like say what they want. Because everyone like can say whatever they want, But she did that to herself. That was happening when she was alive.
Right.
It's not like a new thing.
Right. So we'll go just a step further, because I always like to go a step further. Do you think that that's why? Because someone posed this question to me and it kind of stumped me, and I haven't really come up with my response to it yet, but this will be a conversation we'll be talking about on Thursday. Do you think that is a reason that when people overdose in the community, they go to extreme measures to cover it up?
I don't think you can cover it up nowadays. Like, you can tell when somebody's high.
Well, I mean, you look at we've had some really big ODs, in town. And then, no one wants to talk about it. It's all kind of brushed under the carpet. Right. Well, you kind of know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, like, obviously it's not going to be totally covered up. It might be not talked about just because it does put like a stigmata on like whatever community it would be, you know what I mean, or like group it would be from, and this like community's worked so hard to like try to get like better like just like feeling behind it, I feel like, and everything, and just like stuff like that just kind of start to bring it down almost. So there's a reason like it's not talked about, I would say.
I think that when people OD, and I've said this for many years. When I think that my feeling is that if somebody ODs, it should be talked about. And it should be a conversation that the community
It
has.
needs to be talked about.
But we don't.
So other people can learn.
Right. Because, and I'm not going to, this may or may not make sense. Like I said, I'm still processing it. But, to me, if it's talked about, then it doesn't give it power. That comment, when I said Whitney was celebrating her 1 year of sober, to see the reaction on your face, and you guys should all go back and see this, the reaction on your face was, because that is still the power. Where if we had talked about it a year ago, or when she had the problem, because even when she died and they were the OD, her family, everyone tried to, oh, she drowned. Yeah, she drowned because she was high.
Yeah.
And that all had to come out. And she's a huge, she's a huge star, and so it was able to, you couldn't hide it. But, I don't know. Something to ponder. We'll talk about it more later. I'm just saying. This other thing you gave me, high school student teachers fighting for traditional prom?
Yeah, there's a teacher, parents, and some students at a school. Where's the school at? Indiana, and they formed a little group. They want a traditional prom. They don't want any of the gay kids allowed at the prom.
So then are they gonna have interracial relations, so only the white people can go with each other, and only the black people can go with each other, and only the Latinos can go with each other? Because that would be traditional.
It's Indiana.
Did they even have
There's not
Latinos
that many
over there?
Latinos in Indiana. Let's be real.
Well, someone.
The reason that they stay out of that is because
But I mean,
Yeah.
they don't want to deal with prejudice.
to me, that's what they would have to do. I mean, they would have to make it traditional.
It was so dumb because
That's not tradition. That's not traditional. It's
What's traditional?
like douchebaggery. I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, traditional prom in my mind is suit and tie, girl in a nice dress, like taking pictures, going to the limo. That's traditional prom.
Yeah, and
Like-
go bang after.
And yeah.
Yeah, go bang.
It doesn't matter. Like, traditional prom doesn't mean like guy girl, white on white. Like, you know what I mean? That's not what you're thinking when you think of prom. Like, when you think of prom, you think of like
Sex.
losing your virginity.
Yeah.
100%. That's what like people think of.
For
Like,
those who still are
who's
virgins.
still a virgin.
Okay.
they were meeting at the Christian church. Their Christian group.
Oh,
course.
well, there you go.
The teacher that they interviewed, she was so dumb. She said, homosexual students come to me with their problems and I don't agree with them, but I care about them. It's the same thing with my special needs kids. What the fuck does that mean? You don't agree with them? I don't understand this woman.
Well,
People beat me up. Like, I don't agree with that, but I
But-
sympathize with you.
yeah.
Like, I don't think they're beating you up. They're helping you.
Yeah, they're helping you. They're making you stronger.
She said that we love the homosexuals, but we just want them to know that we don't like.
So that
But
that's
we don't
what,
want to.
We don't
We don't want to.
that's what the
I
church
hate it when
says
they
too.
always say
Speaking of the church, the Pope resigned today.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
You do that?
It hasn't been done in 700 years.
Oh, okay.
But it is not.
So no.
It can be done, and he's doing it because he thinks that he's getting too old. He was also a critic of Pope John Paul for staying on until he died. He thinks that he should have given it up when he's,
It's reasonable. But they're just gonna hire someone who's like
they don't
years younger.
they don't hire
I'm not
someone for the job.
they hire.
They're not.
They get paid.
God gives them a vision.
Yeah. So they're gonna.
Vote and then burn.
They're gonna do that shit
Yeah,
again.
they're gonna do all the smoking again and stuff. And,
They argue and it's politics. And
Oh, it's
then
hugely politics.
And then they pick someone.
see, okay, here's my feeling. I don't think that he really is old or anything like that.
You don't think he's old?
Oh, he is old, and I think that he could have stayed in it. What I think is that they just had to release a huge amount of paperwork for all the pedophile cases. A
Yeah.
huge amount.
And then his
of
butler
things.
came out with some what is it? Some paperwork that he wasn't supposed to release.
Right. There was all sorts of stuff, and
Yeah.
his name is going to be on it. And so what I really think is, I think that he's saying, you know what? I don't want this attached to my legacy. I'm going to step back.
He doesn't really have a legacy. He was only pope for a little while.
It doesn't matter. But would you? But he doesn't want to be the Pope when this scandal broke, and that all of that, you know.
Because they're coming out with more shit on
Yeah.
pedophiles and all that stuff. And
I
like,
would-
there's some documents out there with his name that his butler stole from him.
Yeah.
We don't know yet what is it.
Yeah, if I was him, I would have stepped down too, because when it all comes out, you know, the whole Catholic and all of the pedophiles and yada yada yada, I don't want to be that Pope that is, you know, presiding over the church that let this happen, because that's what they're going to know. It's kind of like Sandusky and
Show up Paterno.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's a lot different.
How is that different? It's just different.
Pope is technically in charge of like all of Catholicism. Like Jerry Sandusky is in charge of, or no, sorry, Joe Paterno was in charge of like
The football
12 coaches. That
right? So he was in charge of a team.
It's
It's just a different scale.
It's a bigger.
but it more so fell on Paterno because he was there the whole time. Like,
You don't think that this Pope knew? You don't think
he probably
See, that's why I'm
there's so many churches and so
Yeah.
many bishops and all that stuff.
But I
there's
would-
no way he knows.
I would not
what's
want to
going
be the one in charge when it all comes out.
Because he's gonna get blamed for it
Yeah.
on.
regardless.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah.
But
Was elected Pope. That was his job.
Yeah.
yeah, what, finding him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
did more research while he was Pope and then realized how bad it was.
yeah. And he's like, I need to go before this all comes out.
Deuces.
Yeah. That's what I say. It was very exciting. But do you not agree? Do you think he's just really old and needs to resign?
No, that probably has a lot to do with it. I do think that they should resign at a. I'm not gonna say like a younger age, but they should resign before they like are like on their deathbed. Like, but
You know what? I think like it depends. Like he looks like an evil pope to begin with. Honestly, that's like well, I'm a Catholic.
100%.
I'm a Catholic, but he looks like a fucking evil person.
Right.
And you know, like I think
Catholic,
John
dude.
Paul, it was so like he
was a
looked.
sweet little
Yeah, he was a. You know, nobody wanted him
when
to
he
step
got
down.
elected, like his face on like whatever the only clip they had of him that they were just showing. I remember when he got elected, and it was just like, what the hell? Like that dude does not look like a nice person.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and he looks evil.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So they're thinking that the new guy is gonna. They think he's gonna come from Mexico. Is what they're saying. There were
True Catholics left and Mexicans.
I think it has to. I don't know why they're saying it, but it boils down to it
Because I
will
think
be a
last time
political thing.
it was
From
somebody
Mexico
very,
was-
very close.
He
Yeah,
was like he was like second or third.
Yeah,
though, the
yeah.
guy from Mexico last time.
Yeah, so I don't
It
know.
was him, and it was where is it? I think it was a black pope, like a black guy. It was between the three of them, and they
Has there,
chose the most
has there ever
evil-looking
been a
one.
black pope?
There's only been white popes ever.
Yeah.
Because they're pope for so long.
Well, let's hope. What?
They're pope for so long.
Right.
Not like it's ever like, oh, like he had like a 3-year term or something like that. It's like, oh, this is our
For
pope
like
for 4
25 years for John Paul.
Yeah.
There were only 2 black cardinals.
There's 2 black
Total.
cardinals. So there's only 2 opportunities because they have to be a cardinal, correct? To be, yeah.
Right.
It's, I don't know. It's religion. It's whatever.
Yeah, that's what I say.
At least he went to Cuba before he resigned.
Okay. Yeah, because they hadn't gone or something. Yeah.
I didn't like. I thought he did a good job as pope while he was pope. You know what I mean? Like as much as I paid any interest.
See, I think that and the fact that I don't think a lot of people felt good about him because of the way he looked. I think that's had a lot to do with it.
It has a
Yeah.
lot to do with everything now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in this like. It's not even just the information age, you know what I mean? It's just like TV and everything.
Yeah, they need like a sweeter looking person for that role.
A sweeter person.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Catholicism is like isn't the nicest thing in the world. It's not. You need to have your head of it needs to be someone
Yeah.
who looks like a lot like
Sweet
like,
and innocent.
Yeah, it's like,
like
oh,
see when
us.
John Paul was a pop. None of this scandals like really preceded this much, you know.
Right.
It was like
Because he would go do friendly things and like those pictures look so good.
yeah.
And everything like
Everybody
that.
would ignore the pedophiles and all that stuff,
Yeah.
you know. So
Well, I don't know if they ignored it. They just didn't
Blew it
talk
out,
about it.
yeah.
Right. But that's but in this day and age, I mean, they blow everything up. You know. I mean, we've talked about how much.
They should blow up though.
What?
Like the pedophiles. Like that's something that should be blown. It shouldn't be like put down or anything like that. It's like Like,
Well, you know, that's why I missed that show, To Catch a Predator. That used to be my favorite show. Did you watch that?
show was so hilarious. Like, and it's obviously terrible. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
style of people. But like, what was hilarious was just like their reactions to him being there. Like the best when people walk in, like or like they see him and like they know who he is, and like go running out the
Yeah.
door. Or they sit down. There's like, and they get like they're able to be convinced, like, oh, I'm not gonna get arrested. And they walk out like, no, like.
Yeah.
It's like,
See,
I was just gonna hang out.
when that
with-
show
with
came on the air,
I didn't know he was 6 years old. Like,
when that show came on the air is when I stopped going to Trick's houses.
You come to me.
To me, thank you. That show changed that for me.
that whole thing was just like it's. Have you seen the episode where South Park makes fun of it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
But
They
it's
like
funny.
they see him and like they all just like shoot themselves.
They have like a talk show, and then he's there, and they're like,
Like, oh no!
and then they start
What's
shooting
his
them. It was
name?
like
Chris,
30, 40. Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen, like
Yeah.
Chris Hansen, and
they
it's,
start
shoot
shooting.
themselves. They all keep like running into the room. It was really funny, but obviously like I don't know. I can say it's really terrible. Like,
Okay, so we've got to close, but Valentine's Day, Thursday.
yeah.
What are you doing?
So what?
Valentine's Day. What?
I'm working.
Where?
I'm starting a new Latin night in Lemon Grove.
Lemon Grove.
That's
Go.
where I am. Where at?
Yeah, she's
Don't
like.
say Dirks.
No, it's a
Oh,
Latin place.
I love it.
No, it's
I have a
called
story, I'll tell you later.
Copacabana.
Oh, okay.
And
on
they have that
Broadway.
good bookstore right next to Jerks.
Oh yeah, it's a
You should know.
I do. Got to go get my leg lube, you know. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
We never go out because it's just too crazy. We usually like just pick up, like take out, and we sit at home and like we'll make it cute. Balloons or something.
I went to the tractor factory once, and I lit a towel on fire because I didn't know what I was doing, and then that shit just started like picking up on fire all over.
How does that do with the?
For Valentine's?
Oh.
Random stories right now.
What are you doing for any
It's
plans?
an 11th date. No.
I don't know. Like,
Have you talked to her about it?
no,
You haven't asked her out yet?
no.
Okay, it's in a couple of days.
And that kind of
Perhaps you should call her and ask
It's
her out.
like, I mean, she's not ready to be. I feel like Valentine's Day has so much put on it. Like, if she wants to, like, if we're gonna go on a date, we're gonna go on a date. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't want her to feel like I'm putting more on it because it's Valentine's Day or anything like that, and like ask her out because she doesn't want to be in a relationship. You know what I mean?
It's stupid. I'll take her to dinner on Valentine's Day. I like to go to a restaurant and eat by myself.
Singles Awareness Day.
Thank you.
I had a date, but I
all
had
of
to
the
cancel
couples,
it.
and then there's me.
I had a
enjoying
date, but I had to cancel it because I had to work. I was like, "Are you gonna give me the money? I'm gonna get paid over there." No, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And we're doing our show. So I'll be with Aaron, my Valentine, and Jay. Yeah, it'll be very sweet.
I'll probably be snowboarding with Julia.
We'll be drunk.
Yeah, we'll be drinking a lot. Anyways, it was fun. Thank you guys for having me.
you.
Thanks, Ian, for being gone. I think he'll be back next week.
Oh, I have the perfect lesbian for our show. I'll talk to you guys about it.
Another lesbian?
A Latina lesbian, so it could be even.
It could be even.
Yes. Shut up. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Does she speak English? Is that what you asked?
Yes. Can you believe that?
Okay. And they say me.
And she's a lawyer. Okay, so
And she's a what?
lawyer.
A what?
A lawyer. I didn't say liar. I said lawyer.
All right. This is They Said. Thank you. We'll see you guys next week.